Welcome back to the Daily Mastermind. George Wright III here with your Friday edition of your inspiration, motivation, and education. So let's talk about the quote of the day today. The quote of the day is by Earl Nightingale, one of my all-time favorites, and his quote is, "There is no limit on earnings." There's no limit on earnings. That is great news. I'll tell you what, there's always more that you can learn and earn. So today I want to talk to you about a cool article I came across in Inc. magazine. It's a cool article because I'm always studying random things from, happiness and success to marketing and even just kind of sometimes even some fiction, nonfiction type things. But this morning I read this article out of Inc. magazine called, and the title was "The Secret to Happiness is 10 Specific Behaviors." And obviously the first thing I thought is, man, what are those behaviors? I'd love to get those and share those. So. But the thing that really caught my attention is the statement that I believe is 100% true, and that is that despite happiness being a primary motivation for most people, only 1 in 3 Americans say they're happy. And I completely believe that, and it's sad. It's sad that 1 in 3 Americans really believes that they're happy, but there are definitely things that you can do. And so this article gave 10 really good behaviors, and I want to kind of cover those with you today. At the end of the day, I want you to know that happiness is definitely a decision. It's definitely something that you can pursue, but it's also something that you can just live. And it blows me away that so many people complain about their circumstances, but they don't do a lot about it. The truth of the matter is bad stuff happens to everyone, but the quality of your life is not determined by the stuff that happens to you. The quality of your life is determined by how you respond to what happens to you. And I've learned that lesson over and over and over. I'll probably continue to learn it. But these 10 behaviors I'm hoping might give you some inspiration that'll help you to become a happier, more fulfilled person and deal with situations in your life better. The first one is this: let go of the need for specific outcomes. Absolutely a great bit of advice. Fall in love with the process rather than the result. And if you fall in love with the process, the results will follow. When I go into closing deals or negotiating or strategizing with companies and partners, I'll always focus more on the race than the finish line, because the finish line is just going to take care of itself. And so let go of the need for specific outcomes. Number 2, define your own success and happiness. This goes right along with what we talked about, the new ebook that my partner Robert put out, Success and Failure, because if your definition of success is a thing or an object or a timeline or a destination, you're losing the fact that your failures in your life and your experiences can create success for you. So really evaluate what your definition of success is. And when you redefine what your definition of success is, you'll create a much happier, much more fulfilling life. The third behavior is commit 100% to the things that make you happy. Now, for a period of time in my life, I thought just do things that make me happy and I'll be happy. That's not what we're saying here. There's a quote by Gandhi that says, happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are all in harmony. So what I'm saying is, in this article talks about commit 100% to what you want and what you believe will make you happy in the life that you want. And if you do that, then all of your future decisions are going to be made for you. You won't continue to question. See, the problem is a lot of us make decisions of what we want, but we don't commit to it. And when you commit to the life that you want to live and the way you want to be, then all the other little things, should I get up and work out? Should I be consistent with my rituals? Should I do this? All these things will be made, those decisions will already be made, and you won't constantly wonder how you're going to act and behave throughout your life. So that's a great piece of advice. Number 4, be grateful for what you already have. This is a message that we consistently talk about, but a lot of us don't practice, because happiness is literally as simple as being grateful. When you practice gratitude in your life, you're going to be much happier. So things like your gratitude journal and daily reminders and acts of service, or how you talk about things, or saying out loud that you're grateful. I've always had vision boards and pictures and things of what I want, to accomplish, but I've started to have more pictures and acknowledgement of what I have, and a gratitude journal has been a great gift for me to be grateful for what I have, rather than just wanting having what I want. It's wanting what I have, right? And so I hope you can kind of practice that in your life as well. Number 5, the 5th behavior is say, I love you more. Now, these are pretty simple words, I love you, but you have to remember that when you say those words, if anyone said that to you, you know that brings happiness to you. And bringing happiness to others is a quick way and a very sure way of bringing happiness to yourself. So I like that suggestion. The 6th benefit is, or behavior, of happiness is have hobbies directed towards your dreams. Hobbies directed towards your dreams, meaning activities in your day-to-day that direct you towards your dream. And this is like having daily rituals for happiness and focusing on activities and hobbies that will create your best life. I've experienced this on a day-to-day basis lately when I'm doing things I love, hobbies, daily rituals that take me closer towards my goals, because that creates happiness for you when you know you're making progress. That's a really big one as well. The 7th behavior that this article recommended was don't wait till tomorrow for what you can do today. So many of us put happiness off until tomorrow. And happiness is meant to be experienced in the present. Many years as I was growing up and working and striving for success, I used to, think, do today what most people won't so you could have tomorrow what most people won't have. And, the bottom line is you don't have to wait till tomorrow to have happiness. You can do that today. But one of the keys is to not put off living your best life today. And so don't wait till tomorrow to do what you can do today to experience your happiness and fulfillment. The 8th behavior that this article recommends is do something every day that terrifies you. Now, this suggestion I think might come off a little bit like, how does this fit in with your happiness? But I think you've heard me say before, your best life lies outside your comfort zone. And so the status quo is a recipe for, basically boring, dull, stale life, right? You've got to do things that terrify you because it's that exhilaration of achieving your better self and your best life that's going to help you become happy. It really is. So that's a great suggestion as well. Number 9, put the important before the urgent. When you put the important before the urgent, because really, most of us are drifting through life. Most of us are being directed by everything everyone else thinks or wants of us. We're passengers. We're not drivers in the seat of our life. I had a client, a couple of people in the past even that fall into this, but I have people that always feel that they're stuck in their job and they feel like they'll have freedom when they get their passion or their business started. And the truth of the matter is you can be a driver, you can be doing the important, not the urgent, even if you have a job. You can be doing it no matter where you are in life. The key is to learn priorities. The key is to prioritize the important things. And by important, what I mean is things that are going to take you in the direction that you want to go. That's what's most important in your life. Now, the last behavior that the article recommended was forgo the good to pursue the best. Forgo the good to pursue the best. So many of us settle. We just settle. We settle for life. We settle for a job. We settle for relationships. We settle for things that don't push us to greatness and that don't push us to a point that we truly deserve. And greatness is growth. Happiness is growth. And so don't settle. Don't settle for good. Push for great. All of us have greatness inside of us. I love, a friend and partner, speaker that I've worked with before, Les Brown, always says, you have greatness inside of you. You have unlimited potential. And I truly, truly believe this. So I'm going to leave you with one last thought, and I thought that article was a really good overview, but the last thought I have was mentioned was, happy people live in the present. Happy people live in the present. I've never been happy when I've constantly been living in the past and dealing with situations, or when I'm focused on the future and wanting a life that I don't have yet. I have experienced the greatest happiness when I live in the present. It's those memories and moments that you can create with your family or your friends or your partners. It's those successes in the moment, not in the future. Living in the present is the best way for you to experience happiness. So I hope that you'll do that. I hope you'll learn to live in the present, practice behaviors and things that will help you to experience happiness now. And take that into the weekend. See what you can do to create some great memories. I appreciate you listening. I'd love it if you would share this podcast. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, please do that. And a reminder, you can download the Daily Mastermind mobile app for free. Everything in it is free. It's all free content, ebooks, audiobooks, meditations, all kinds of things. And you can access the podcast right through the mobile app as well. So I hope that's some good stuff for you. I hope you have an amazing day and an amazing weekend. My name is George Wright III, and this has been the Daily Mastermind. Have a great day.